10 billion years ago, dandelions first emerged on our planet. Since then, they've grown to be one of the most successful flowers mankind has ever seen. Farmers, gardeners, and homeowners alike have been cutting them down, mowing them, and rounding them up just to get rid of them. But there's one farmer who has learned to utilize them. With them, he makes mead. Let me show you. The farmer himself cannot make them bloom. He relies upon the pollinators. I don't know what they're actually good for other than making booze out of them. You want to make a funny YouTube video? I can help you.
When we did our mead making live video, people had so many questions about dandelion mead, and I didn't really have answers for you because we didn't really ever write anything down. But Marius wrote some things down. Welcome to our chaos front door. So I'm gonna give you Marius's dandelion tips now.
Smells like springtime.
First of all, wait till a point in the day when they are nice and open. First thing in the morning they are not, and in the evening they're not. Also, don't worry about tiny ones. You have a lot to deal with. Pick an area that has nice, big dandelions. Oh, hello, sky blue. Hello. The other thing is you want to pick and deal with the dandelions right away because they start to close up. Yes. They start to close up. So you really want to just pick and deal with them right away. When you did dandelion mead, it was 550 dandelions for 2 batches or 1 batch? 1 batch. Yep. 550 dandelions.
This is where you show me twisting the dandelions, right? Yeah.
So he twists them between his fingers. And then, because you really don't want the green. The green is bitter. There we go. And the best way to do this, because yes, it is 550, is to get yourself a glass of mead and then just sit down.
Little girls picking dandelions.
Yeah. The girls love to pick them for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
There you go. Some dandelions.
So because all dandelions, oh, I'm dropping it, are not created equal, I think it was like a quart jar filled with petals, kind of packed in there.
500 something. It was 500.
Yeah, it was 500, but I'm sure not every dandelion's the same size. So it was a quart jar full. So this is the first one he started, and look at the color difference. So he did use way more dandelions in this one by the looks of it. But also, this is the one that he used 550 in. I'm not sure on that one now. I'm going to have to ask. You can see the airlocks bubbling away. This he used creamed honey from a local beekeeper, and this one he used our honey, which was a much lighter liquid honey. So there is that difference as well. So the recipe is otherwise the same method as we showed in that live video and in the recipe that I'm going to link here. You're just going to leave out the fruit, and instead you're going to use dandelions. So here is when we did the first batch. The fermentation had taken off in his big bucket, so then it was time to move it to a carboy so that you can put the airlock on and it turns to alcohol, not vinegar. The dandelions form like a mat at the top, so that's why I'm helping it through the funnel. So then it turns out Marius actually blended the dandelions in the second batch, and that's why it looks like there's less, so that it didn't do this. Oh, so one of the insiders, many of them said your David Attenborough was spot on, standing ovation. In the second batch of mead you made, did you use less dandelions? It looks like it.
I know it does. Same amount.
Huh, it looks like you used half the amount. What was my other question?
I blended those.
Oh, you blended them in the blender, right.
I don't know if it made a difference. It went through the funnel easier.
Okay.
But they're blended, so they might be more compact.
Okay.
You like my bike?
You have a really nice bike.
Brakes still
What's my other question? Did you use lemons?
Yes.
Okay.
1 lemon. 1 very old, very shriveled up lemon per carboy.
Okay. Thank you. Marius is currently working on installing our Starlink internet, and it's supposed to be really easy, but...
It is really easy. I just don't like screwing holes and pounding holes through my metal roof.
Yeah. The other thing is they're like, oh, just do it where there's no obstructions or trees. Welcome.
Or dogs or children.
Welcome to where there's trees everywhere. Yeah, some people just put their Starlink on their lawn, and we're like, yeah, and then the kids and the cows and the dogs. Yeah, it would last an hour before it would begin. No, Hamish, I need you to do
Need this many peas?
Yeah.
Mom dropped all of them.
Thanks for helping,
That's a question.
I don't know what dandelions are considered.
Well, they're a flower. They bloom.
Mm-hmm. But they're a weed. They're a plant.
Yeah, what are they? They're
They're
weed
an edible weed.
and a plant and a flower?
Yeah.
Underrated. So underrated. I don't know what they're actually good for other than making booze out of them.
People eat the greens.
You ever eaten greens?
Watch your mouth.
Desperate people eat the greens, you mean? I'd rather eat spruce tips. They don't taste nearly as bitter as dandelions do. Just go chew on a dandelion and tell me what tastes good about it. The flowers are the only thing that tastes good on it.